Hi, welcome for those of you new here. My name is Katie. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I work full time. I love makeup and skincare, and I truly believe every single woman wants to look and feel her best. And I have the tools and the resources to help you get there. And today it's not about makeup and skincare, actually, but it is about creating something that's going to help you look and feel your best. I've really been into creating jewelry again. And so I wanted to share with you this ARTDOT bead kit that I got off of Amazon. I wanted to do like a full review for you and do a tutorial and talk a little bit about how I got back into jewelry making. So you can see, let me close this first so that way you can really see. All right, so there are 24 different colors here. So many colors. And there's over 5,000 beads, which sounds like a lot. But I will tell you, typically, you're going to be able to make maybe 2 or 3 bracelets from a single color, depending on the size of the bracelet. So that may sound like a lot, but especially if you're like me and you're like really into it and you're making a lot of bracelets, then it's going to go really, really quick. All right. I'm trying to open this up. So there's these 4 little tabs all the way around that allows you to open up this container. And it does come with string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that string and I'm going to unroll it here. I'm probably not even doing this correctly. Oh, wow. But you get the hint. I like to kind of have a little bit more and then I cut off the excess. I typically, for my bracelets, my wrist is about 6.5 inches, but then I like to cut a little bit extra and I just use this tool that I have here. And if you need the link to anything that I'm sharing with you, just comment bead, but I will put my Amazon affiliate link to the bead kit and the tools and the crimp beads that I'm using. So that way, if you are wanting to make some bracelets, you have everything that you need to get it done. All right, so I'm going to go in first with this crimp bead. I like to put this on the end instead of just trying to tie the end because sometimes when you tie it, it doesn't always hold. I don't know why it's like that, but just it's something I've been seeing. It's not every single bracelet. I leave about 1.25 inches or so there because I will quadruple knot it actually at the end. But then what I do is I pick out whatever color bead I'm going to make first. Oftentimes I'll pick out the word, the letter beads first. I should have done this off camera, but what I'm going to do is I am getting ready in September. We celebrate Oktoberfest. So I'm going to make a bracelet that says Prost. So it's like cheers. Of course, I'm dropping them everywhere. These little beads are circular. They're super cute. And there's also these ones that have like these little smiley faces on it. How cute is that? So I have the R-O. I need the S and the P. So let me see if I can get those out. I'm just going to throw those in there. But they do come in a separate little bag. And there's the S. This is going a lot faster than I thought it would. I thought it was going to take me a minute to find all of the letters, but they're just bubbling to the surface. All right, so now I have the beads that I need to spell out Prost, and that's going to be in the middle of my bracelet. You can use all kinds of different colors, but my Oktoberfest dress is red and black. I am running a little bit low on black beads, so I'm going to mainly make it red. And the Heishi beads are these little circular clay beads. I like to do things in increments of 5. So what I do is I normally count it out like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like 5, 10, 15, 20. So we'll do like 10 of these red beads. And then I'll go in with a couple black beads. So I've done different things where sometimes I'll do patterns and then sometimes I will just kind of do something random. But for me personally, I like to do increments of 10. I just like the way that it looks. I like to have that kind of cadence to the beads. Of course, then I've not really done a whole lot of beading and talking at the same time. So there's 10. And I will tell you this, it takes a minute to kind of get a sense of the count about like what is halfway. I did also order a separate device, and I'll do that and I'll show that to you in another video. But today I just wanted to kind of show you this particular bead making kit, talk about it, and show you a bracelet. But I did order this other thing that helps me to line up the beads so I can see roughly where I'm at with the beads and where I need to go in with the letters. But I've been making enough now that I just kind of naturally have a sense. Isn't that such a cool feeling to be like, man, I got this enough that I know how many I need to kind of make it the way that I want it. All right, so I'm going in. This is the pattern. I'm doing tin red and then a couple of black. Maybe for this one, I'll do like black, white, red. Nope, just stay with the black. So I'll have to show you my dress off of that I got off of Amazon too. I'll have to do a review of that dress as well. I really, really like it. It's a really pretty dress for a great price. The shirt is not my favorite, but that's okay. My mom has an actual like Oktoberfest blouse and she let me borrow it. And so now I just keep it in my closet. Oop. Okay, so how did I get into making jewelry? When I was in high school, I actually took a jewelry making class and I took it for a couple of semesters. I really got into it. I really, really liked doing it. And I got a lot of tools and a lot of beads over time. So fast forward, recently, I kept seeing these really cute bracelets online. And my friend went to one of the stores that sells these said bracelets. And I said, oh my gosh, how was it? Was it amazing? She said, yeah, the store was fabulous. But she said, honestly, Katie, I think that you could make these, because she knew that I had made jewelry before. And so I said, okay, let's give it a whirl. So at first I just went to the store. So that's about the halfway point for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now go in with the black beads. I went to the store because when I was making jewelry back in the day, and then look at how cute, there's like these little gold beads. Oh, as I throw it on the floor, let me see if I can hold one up for you. There's like these little gold beads, like here's a little star. I think I'm going to use that one. That's super fun. The Heishi beads weren't like super popular. I don't even know if they made them. So there is the gold bead. And now I'm going to go in with the word Prost, also known as cheers. And again, this is going to match my dress perfectly. I'm going to have to make one for my mom. Her dress is like a light green and a pink color with some white. I'll have to make one for her. And then my grandma's is like the traditional like blue and white. So I'll make one for her too. And then we'll all have little matching bracelets. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Prost. I love it. So anyway, I went to the store and I bought some beads. But then I went online and I saw where I could get this kit that had all of these different colors from Amazon for a really great price. There's also these really fun clay beads. And I'll tell you, for me personally, I've not been using a whole lot of them, but my kids love them. My teenager loves them. She's like into those for sure. So that's super fun. So there's like the gold beads and then the Heishi beads and then the letter beads. So this kit literally comes with all of the different types of beads that you need to make these super trendy, fun bracelets. And as you can see, I'm knocking this out pretty quick. But again, I've been doing a lot of them to the point I've been doing so many that like my hand hurt. My husband's like, maybe you need to slow down a little bit. I'm like, I can't. They're just so fun. I love the letter beads and creating different words that you can wear on your wrist for whatever the occasion is. Like you could make it if it's like, you know, a birthday or the holidays or whatever. So like in this case, Oktoberfest, like super fun to celebrate, right? But then you could also use really inspiring and empowering words to just kind of remind yourself to be the best version of yourself every single day. And that's another thing that I really like to do and create. I've gotten a lot of requests for different words. And so I love to see what people come up with. And I also love that I can let them pick whatever colors they want because there's so many to choose from. All right, so I've actually ordered the same kit twice now because I've used some of the colors like all the way through because I love them so much. The like light pink, it's like a Barbie pink, is super fun. So you can see I did 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna make sure I do 4 on this side and then I'll be done. And I do have a certain way to finish those off. I'm not going to go through that in this video today, but I will share that with you at some point soon. But like I said, I do a quadruple knot, and then I put a little bit of a finisher product on there to really make sure it holds in place. So that's kind of like my super secret tip, but I will share it with you soon. So that way you can see exactly how I go about making these fabulous bracelets. And you can see, especially when you have a pattern in mind and kind of know how many beads you want to use, you can go through and make them relatively quick, especially as you get used to it. It's funny because the other day, the neighborhood kids, we were in the driveway and I said, oh, do you all want to make a bracelet? Because I was working on one. And they said, yeah, I'd love to. So they sat down and they started making it. And I literally got 2 bracelets done while they were working on just the one. And she said, the little girl said, oh my gosh, how'd you do that so quick? And I said, I just honestly, I just am getting the rhythm of it, right? So don't get discouraged if whenever you start something new that you're not necessarily always like the fastest, you will get the hang of it. It just takes a little bit of time, right? Just like anything else that you set your mind to. So there you have it. I'm almost done here. I'm going to put on a couple bit more, and then I will wrap this bracelet up. I put a crimp bead on the other end before I tie it. That crimp bead just allows the beads to stay in place. You don't have to worry about them falling off, and they're super easy to just crimp to the end of the elastic. And you can see I have quite a bit of elastic there, but that's going to fit really nicely on my wrist. I can already tell. So I'm going to close this. I tell the kids, I said, you got to make sure that you clasp this shut because you do not want beads flying everywhere. It's such a mess to clean up. And the worst is when you accidentally pick it up from the wrong end and all of your hard work just goes falling right off the string. It happens. Dust yourself off and try again, right? All right, so I'm going to take that crimp bead now onto the other end. Maybe. Did it go on? Nope, I dropped it. And the crimp beads are super tiny. So I'm just going to call that one a lost cause. Going to get another one here. The crimp beads come in different colors, but honestly, like I don't care about what color the crimp bead is because you're not going to really see it when you come to like finish that bracelet. All right, so there we go. There's the crimp bead, and then I just use my tool to kind of pinch it there at the end, just like so. And then I can tie it, quadruple knot it, and put that special finisher on. Like I said, I'm not going to show you that today, but stay tuned. I'll show that to you soon. But I want to quadruple knot this so you can see what it looks like on. This is like a stretchy material. So you don't have to worry about having it fit your wrist perfectly, which I love. It's just a matter of preference. And personally, if you're making a lot, I recommend making some tighter and some looser. So then that way you can kind of get used to like what style, like how tight or how loose you like it. But then also when you stack it, it's going to give you a little bit more leeway. So there you have it. Look at that. Super fun, right? If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Like I said, in the description, I will post all of the products and the tools that I use to create this super fun bracelet. And I hope you all enjoyed. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.